Climate resilient infrastructure, especially in our communities, would be like looking at dealing with aging infrastructure especially. I think a lot of our communities are dealing with a lot of aging pipelines, a lot of older well systems, older wastewater systems, and I think just really making sure that those systems are resilient against things like drought and against contamination is really what's most important.
Our water supplies and our water quality really need to be resilient in the face of climate change. And so having adequate water resources as the climate changes. You know, in the West, we have long-term drought and aridification, and we need to make sure that there's adequate supply. We need to make sure that that supply is of high quality, that it's not impacted by sea level rise and saltwater intrusion, that contamination and pollution aren't impacting it, and that the supplies are available to the people that need it the most. So when we think about climate change and water resilience, we think about heat, we think about flooding, we think about drought, and how those policies and the policy decisions we make really need to withstand the challenges that are coming with the changing climate.
There's not enough money for these communities to afford upkeep, so a lot of the times these systems end up abandoned and then it just becomes a cycle. And what could be used towards upkeeping the newer infrastructure goes into kind of just defaulting back to the older systems of, you know, bottled water deliveries and relying on wells and things like that.
Can't be effective if we're not listening and co-creating solutions with people who are most impacted by poor water quality, by climate change. You know, sea level rise issues, riverine flooding issues, displacement of populations that will be impacted by those things need to be front and center in the conversation. Again, making sure that we have adequate supplies and that it's of high quality for folks.
Tell me what you gonna do when the water keeps rising.